Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friends. As you can see by looking at the screen here, Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising. The open beta is now currently live and it is running all throughout the weekend to the end of the weekend. So if you just want to go download it on PlayStation or on PC, it's on Steam, you can just go download the beta. That's great. It's not what we're here for today, but just so you know, go download it, go play it right now. Has all sorts of good stuff, all sorts of new mechanics, all sorts of goodies, including a full training mode. But the reason we're here today, specifically, is talking about, well, Sheep Lady. So Anila and Siegfried are two of the new characters in Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising, and they're both playable in this open beta. And specifically, Anila, I played her for a bit. I think she's actually pretty cool. And there's some very fun references here, and it kind of led me down a little bit of a rabbit hole, so I just want to share that journey with you. So Anila is Sheep Lady, and not just because, she kind of, has the ram's horns going on, all that kind of stuff. I mean, like, very literally, summoning sheep is her whole thing. Like, she summons these cute little sheeps that come at you. Sometimes they can be multi-hitters. Sometimes, depending on the sheep, it can just be like a whole army of sheep coming at you. And more than just tossing them out, she can ride them herself and basically do like pseudo E-Honda headbutts. And she can release them early too. And just a whole bunch of nonsense with sheep just in general, right? That's the character. And that's fun. I like that. Versus, say, Siegfried. Not saying he's a bad character, because furthest thing from it. But he's definitely more in that broody, moody, wannabe berserk style of thing, Although, admittedly, he is cool in that if you ever played Injustice, he has Bane's Venom mechanic in that you can sacrifice your health for more Venom pumps. So you hit your special button here and you just get like a Venom charge. You lose a little bit of life, but you do more damage. So like basic jab does 660, normally would do like 600, right? And it'll go away over time, your Venom stack. Yeah, I know it's not called Venom stack, but bear with me. I played a lot of Injustice back in the day, right? So it just works like Bane. And while it's going down, you can sacrifice more health, gain another stack, right, and go up to level 2. And now we're doing 720 damage. And again, you can burn more life, gain another stack. Now, as you see, it's draining very fast. And now we're doing 900 damage. So you can sacrifice your life for more and more and more damage. So that was always one of the cool things about Bane in Injustice. And now I'm glad that this mechanic has survived into an anime game of all things. Very interesting mechanic, but it's a cool one, so I'm happy it's here. But that's Siegfried, right? So let's talk Anila. So Anila has all the cool and cute sheep stuff, which is great, and a lot of good puns as well. Just a lot of her names here, Flock to the Future and Beyond, Over the Fence like a sheep, and her skill button here, Ramification. Given she has the ram horns and all, I think that's pretty cute. I like that. But when I was messing around with the moves, you want to look at the supers, right? And she's got cool looking supers. But the one in particular here kind of blew me away. So this is her low health desperation super here, Fury of the Ram. And you do it, I'm like, okay. I'm watching. Okay, good animation, I like it. And then I look at it, I'm like, wait a second, what's going on here? I don't know if you caught that. Maybe on second try you might do it here. But notice how she uses her arm, and notice the explosion, and, well, notice a lot about it here, as it's very much one of the most iconic moves in all of fighting games, and in gaming, in my opinion. She has a sheep-based version of Terry Bogard's Buster Wolf. So the way she holds her arm, the way the explosion goes out, everything, well, besides the sheep coming out, that is exactly Buster Wolf. And if you do it close, there's actually a different animation for it. Still strikes the pose, still has the explosion, just hella more sheep coming your way, as you can see. So we're all in on the sheep gimmick. And by itself, okay, cool. I'm a big fan of fighting game references, right? I play a lot of friggin' fighting games, so anytime I see a move that references another move, I'm like, hey, I know that, and it makes me smile, and we move on. But then I kind of hit a realization. It's actually a lot more than just the one reference, because, like, it is a good reference, right? Buster Wolf, hell of a move and all that, right? But a lot of her moveset actually sort of references SNK in a way. When I start looking at some of the moves, like say that sheep, right? It's an innocuous little sheep, whatever, right? But it's basically Terry's Power Wave. Like, we got the slower version. We got the faster version. EX version? Huh, exactly 3 hits. Just like King of Fighters. That's weird. And, you know, initially the sheep charge, I'm like, oh, it's like, you know, Honda's headbutt, right? But, you know, who else has a move that charges across the screen in such a way, right? You know, and then I'm like, oh, that's Terry Bogard, right? You know, quick version. Slower startup, but, you know, more range version. She even has a DP. Not quite Rising Crack Shoot, right? Because, you know, she's not taking, like, the weird kicks and all that. But, you know, still has a DP just like Terry. And then she has these moves where you bounce off the sheep, right? And this is KOF hops. Like, legitimately. This is regular hop and hyper hop. Because, like, you have, in Granblue, you just have, you know, the fixed jump arc, right? And then certain characters have, like, dive kick style moves you can screw around with, right? But as an anime game, like, it's just, like, the basic hop, right? Granblue's always been, like, more like a Street Fighter anime game than, like, a full-on crazy anime kind of game, if that makes any sense. Which, if you play fighting games, I know that makes sense. But if you don't, that sounds like gibberish, but, hey. That's life, I guess. I don't even know. But, yeah, so she has short hops. So that is a very King of Fighters mechanic, right? So her jump arc, she can be a lot lower than everyone else. Or, conversely, if you hit a different button, she can get a different arc. So she has, you know, regular jump, hop, hyper hop, and of course, if you want to burn meter, different hops and different options, because there's all sorts of stuff. So she has multiple jump arcs, just like King of Fighters. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wow, this character is nothing but KOF references, basically. And now I'm kind of all in. And turns out, doing a little research here, that's not even the tip of the iceberg. Apparently, this is what she's always been. This isn't just for the benefit of the game. Like, oh, we got a fighting game. Here's character will do a couple fighting game references, right? Apparently, in the world of Granblue, this is what she's always been. She's always been an SNK reference. And turns out there's quite a few characters that are also SNK references. I had no idea. Like, I played the original Granblue gacha for a little bit. I got the gorilla, and then I consider myself having beat the game. Because why continue after you get gorilla? There's no real reason for me anyways, right? But, yeah. So it turns out it's a long-standing thing that there's a whole class of characters in the Granblue universes that are effectively just SNK characters. And that's about it. I think she's interesting. I like what I see here. But yeah, just kind of having a lot of fun so far. It's different. I haven't played Granblue in a long time. There's a lot of changes in Granblue Rising versus the original Granblue, to the point where it's almost like a new game. This is effectively a full-on sequel. Yeah, you know, has some of the original characters, original moves and all that, but, you know, obviously all new characters like you're seeing on the screen. And a lot of the mechanics are very different, so I'm just going to be digging into it and playing the beta over the weekend myself, and maybe later down the road make an impressions video. But, yeah, that's kind of the video. Just, I think Sheep Girl's really neat. I like funny, silly characters to begin with, and then you bring on the references and all that kind of stuff, and you sold me. You sold me, basically. Silly sheep Terry Bogard girl, I'm a fan. So go try out the beta for yourself right now. Once again, it runs through the end of the weekend as of the time of this recording. It's completely free to try. Just go download the client on PlayStation or on PC and try out Sheep Girl. Or if you want to be like, you know, edgelord person, go try out Siegfried, I guess. Because, you know, he's that kind of dude, right? Or, you know, try out any of the characters, because for a beta, there's quite a few characters for you to play, as you can see here. They're not running short on options for you to mess around with, right? But for now, my friends, I guess that is the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Granblue.